I went in a truck with my uncle. He was taking all the wool that they clipped the sheep, and we stayed on the wool all the way, my dad and I, in the back of the truck till we got to Regina. So when he dumped the wool where they buy him, we were still in the back, and we went downtown to eat. First time in my life, I was, like I said, 1940, maybe 39, 40, in there someplace. I was very young. First time I saw this black person, I freaked out. Never in my life did I ever know anything about it, because out on the farm, no radio, no television then, nothing. And my dad never told me anything. I didn't ask anything, but when I did, I hid behind him. And he said, "What are you doing?" He says, "I think those guys different than us, Dad, in Romania." Around 11:30 in the morning, he said, the line stopped. Yellow people, we're all working there. The line stopped over the PA system. I said, "No." John Kennedy was shot. So I hid behind me. It was quite a shock for everybody in there. Everybody was still, no noise. You could hear the electrical stuff ticking away.
Just sitting reading the paper about 9 o'clock.
And after that,
then I heard over the news. Shocking. That was shocking.
When he died,
the World Trade was hit by this plane.
So, respected that.
Scary. And I remember when Kennedy was killed also. I think everybody just about remembers. I was working afternoons. I was at home, and it was around noontime that the flash came on to the radio that he had been shot in Dallas.
By this time I was sobbing. I was so stunned and told my mom and dad, "Hurry up, turn on the television." And
when I was 3, when Kennedy got shot, I remember being so mad because it was on every channel on TV, and I couldn't get to watch anything I wanted. But the shooting.
He did shed a few tears when he finally announced that John Kennedy had died. It was November 22nd, 1963. And I remember it as if it happened yesterday. It's just so clear in my mind. The emotions that I felt were utter shock, disbelief.
When I walked out of my first period class, everybody was talking about all these planes that had hit a building. I thought that it was a movie. When I went to my second period class, I had watched the second plane hit the building, and I watched them both tumble. Later on, I felt devastated for the world.
School, and we were doing it in a gym, and we were getting it off a laptop, so it was kind of twitchy and stuff like that. But I remember I was really excited to watch it, and because I would get to tell people that I saw the inauguration for the first black president
north
of the United
when
States.
I lost my first
I was pretty
tooth,
happy about that.
and I was about to chew on my zipper to my life jacket, and it popped out, and then I was running to show my mom, and it fell out of my hand, and I couldn't find it, so I had to write a note. And I still believed in the tooth fairy back then, so I put the note under my pillow, and the next day I got $5 from the tooth fairy.
Canada went to war in Europe. The teacher told us, and then she says Canada alone was doing it. They went in. They asked Americans, they didn't want to go in at the time. Finally, after Canada was doing real good, the Americans said, "Well, I think we could go in now."
And I
that is
came
true.
home and I heard something on the radio in the car on the way home, so I went home right away and I turned the TV on. And on every channel there was a plane had gone into one of the Twin Towers. And as we were watching, we saw the second plane come in and hit into the tower. And then after about 5 minutes, the first tower that the plane went into just crumbled to the ground, and it was just absolutely shocking
battery
to watch
operated
something
radio
like that.
It was all about the war, and I would be 39. I'd only be about 5 years old when it was really going. I was 37. Yeah. The war started probably 39. That it was
At the
going.
funeral, after that, we all went to my...
But it was frightening.
Yeah, my brother-in-law's place, and we were all 6 of us left. And then one of my sisters said, "Who's going to be next?" What happens? 2 months later, she drops dead of a heart attack. There, another funeral. That was long, and then May,
It was this
next year,
one
my brother
boy.
dies of cancer.
I
that's
guess he was a little on the
another
wild
heart.
side, but it had to be drugs, and he OD'd, which was highly unusual in those days.
We worked
And
before
we
the war.
went
We
to
worked
the
for 50
funeral.
cents a
and
day for a 10-hour
that
day
was
with our parents.
upsetting.
And at the end of the week, we managed $3. And $3 at that time would buy you 6 pairs of socks. It would buy you a pair of shoes. It would buy you all kinds of things that were necessary. But no time
January 26,
for foolishness.
1986.
We had no time for that.
It was always a big thing back then when shuttles would be going off, and they had televised the shuttle blast off on the big screen at the college, and so all the lights were turned off. Everybody's watching it, and then we watch it go up and up and up, and then it just explodes, and just how shocked and devastated everybody, how scary it was and how sad we were for everybody that was on board. And
For many
also
years,
turned
probably
out that
30,
it was
35 years,
my
went out
niece
west,
was born
went
that
to New
day.
Brunswick, drilled offshore, and there I lost
When I
command
was little,
in the storm.
my sister and I used to play Barbies in my basement at my old house. We used to dress them up in bathing suits and grab a plastic bowl, pretend it was a pool or a hot tub, and that was funny.